So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom. I'm very excited. I've hit 60 subscribers overnight, which is fantastic. It's Easter, so I'm not going to stuff my face with a load of chocolate to celebrate. This was a game that, if anybody knows me, they'll know that I don't need to stuff my face with anything. I'm already too freaking fat. Anyway, here we go. This is a game I had this morning, which I thought was a real interesting lesson in persistence. I'm in my Russian tier 10 heavy, the IS7. It's a big brute of a tank with a big ass gun, and it's a brawler. But this game starts off really poorly. I cannot hit a barn door. I don't know what it was, maybe it was too much chocolate, but I couldn't hit a barn door. So, but you got to stick at it sometimes in these games, and that's what I tried to do. So we're on El Haloof. It's obviously a tier 10 game because we're in a tier 10 tank. I'm rushing along to the normal heavy corner. Bizarrely, I managed to out sprint that T10, which is a much quicker tank. You can't have the top engine on that thing. I'm coming up to the dangerous gap. None of our guys have seen anything, but I'm fully expecting to see something sitting up there, and sure enough, it's one of those horrible check autoloader things. It puts one shot into me, 300 damage, but I'm going to take that and keep going because I want to get to this corner. Because if I can get to this corner, I've got a chance of side scraping. And so I'm here, getting a little bit drunk there, and here comes their IS7. Okay, I'm trying to put a shot under his. Oh, don't know where that one went. I was trying to put it under his plate there. Lower plate, and I tracked him at the same time, so at least that's something. So I'm still trying to hit him there, and he's still coming forward, so good on him. There again, I'm trying to put him under, fire at that drive wheel sort of lower plate angle, and here comes an object 263. Now these things have ridiculous frontal armor. You just can't pen them frontally anyway, and he's just bullying this IS7. It's just cruel. And I'm sort of thinking, well, what do I do now? I'm sort of sitting here. I've still not hit a thing. I've hit things, but not penetrated anything. Fired at that. Well, it's a bit of a hopeful shot at the ST1, but whatever. And those guys are really well angled, so I think I'll go for the KV4's turret, and I missed that. So what's that? I fired about 4 shots. Done nothing other than track something. Twice. So I think it's odd that for a game of soldiers, because we've got plenty of tanks on that corner and I'm getting in the way, and I come around here and there's a Carnarvon. He's going to have to get very lucky to pen me from there. So I'm trying. Mind you, I missed him again. I missed on my shot, and I'm not going to reload before he pulls back. But what it's done is it means that our guys who were struggling to face him now have an opportunity to push forward, and they do that, so good on them. And I'm thinking, well, there's an AMX 30B down to my right. I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to keep pushing here, because if we can get around behind those heavies, I can do some serious damage. So we're nearly, what is it, 4 minutes in? I've done no damage still. Not a sausage. There's a Carnarvon. Oh, and there's a, in the distance you see it, tracked him again. There's a Conqueror in the back there, so I'm pulling back because he's got a big ass gun. I'm getting into a hold down position, and sure enough, yeah, I can bounce him easily. Can I get a shot into his? I'm above him, and look at that! Oh, just for a change, I tracked him. Oh my goodness, I'm going to run out of ammunition here, but I'm just tracking everything I'm firing at. So can we actually do a damaging shot? No, we can't. And I don't know why that was, because I was firing down on his top plate. I should have penned him. There's that Czech little bugger who got me early on. I'm thinking, bugger this for a game of soldiers. I'm going in. Sometimes in you're a brawler, you've got to fight it out. Carnarvon's dead on the corner, so I don't need to worry too much. That Conqueror hasn't shown too much stomach for coming round, so I'm coming around the back. Here we go. How do you like that, Mister? I couldn't penetrate his friggin' commander's hatch, so I put one into his side armor, and the SD1's probably a harder target for our boys to deal with, so we'll fire in there and we'll do a tracking shot at the same time. He hasn't even noticed I'm here, or if he has, he hasn't turned round. They've killed him. I'm going to leave the Tiger to be dealt with by my mates. I'm coming around for this Conqueror. So finally we've done some damage. We've done 900 damage. Conqueror isn't paying attention, of course, so we'll give him a little bit of butty love. So ram and a shot. And he's trying to good luck trying to pen me from there, mate. I know he's got a big gun, but in fact I think he fired at something else behind me rather than me. So he's gone. So we got a kill. Whee! And the TVP is running for the hills. Pershing missed me. We got this game hopefully in the bag. We've taken heavy corner. We look like we've got enough tanks to hold their push up the other flank. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like it. So I can push up here. I know that I can beat pretty much all of these tanks. Persian hold down can be a problem, but the gun on the IS7 is just fearsome. So I've suddenly done 1700 damage and 1 kill. You know, having spent 4 minutes just doing nothing other than hitting tracks. So the track police would be after me. Can't get shot on him, so let's push. Oh, it's suddenly 11-9. Oh, and there's the TVP. Right, thank you very much. I'll pay you back for that shot you got on me early on in the game. And I'm just thinking, is there anything below? No, there's not. So I'm going to push on round. We got the T10. I've got lots of friends, so I'm not so bothered. Oh, and there's a Pershing's not paying attention. Seems to be a theme. That's good. We'll take him out. I think they should get. Yeah, they got the prototype, and there you go. That's the game, pretty much. Just that TVP. I don't think I'll get to him, but we'll give it a damn good go. So 2,500 damage. Oh, there he is. There he is. Aim. Not fully aimed. Yeah, look at that. Obviously not enough dissidents sacrificed to Stalin, but GG. So 4.5 minutes, yeah, 4.5, nearly 5 minutes into the game I've done nothing. End of the game I've done 2,500 damage. The only penetrating hit I took was that one right at the very beginning, and a bit of ramming damage when I hit that Conqueror up the arse. So there you go, GG. There you go. We finished up with second class mastery, bruiser and fire for effect. You know, it wasn't a monumental game. You'll see plenty of monumental games on YouTube from people who really know how to play the IS7, and you know, I'm still learning it. But the reason for putting the video up is that persistence factor. I think, you know, sometimes it's very easy to get despondent in a game, but if you've got a tank that is still relatively intact, you know, I took 1 hit right at the beginning from that TVP, and other than that I was bouncing shots, so the armor was still good even if the gunner was drunk. By the time he'd sobered up, I started to get some damage, and the end of the game I finished up, where did I finish up? What was that? 4th on XP, 3rd on damage. So, you know, 4.5 minutes I did diddly squat. I made up for it in the next, whatever it is, 10.5. Maths not my best thing. Fired 17 shots, 14 of them hit. So I was hitting, but only 6 of them penetrated, and so I did 1,600 assistance damage, which I would have thought I would have done more actually, but there you go. 2,500 damage, as we saw. Took 4 hits, only 1 of which penetrated. The armor on the IS7 is brilliant if you can get it into a hold down position and hide that lower plate, despite what that IS7 was doing against me, which seemed, I don't know what he was, why my shells weren't going through his lower plate. They weren't, there wasn't much of an angle there, so anyway, whatever. Lower plate on the IS7 is generally pretty easy to pen, except when Dom's firing at them, obviously. 55,000 credits. Fired a bit of premium, so we dropped down to 24,000. Yeah, I think I found 1 or 2 shells, but anyway, there you go. So that was it was a good game, and as I say, I put it in there purely as an example of stick at it, guys. Don't give up just because you're doing diddly squat, or keep your tank intact. Try and use what it has got. You know, in this case the armor was brilliant, and I bounced a lot of shots, got the tank in the sort of position I needed to get into to shoot things. It just, so the gunner was just drunk. By the time he'd sobered up later in the game, we started to do some damage and ended up with a good game. So Hope you enjoyed that quick video. If you did, please consider giving it a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel for more content. And I'll see you again soon. Enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. It is just a damn game. And have a good Easter for those that celebrate.